Hey guys, welcome back, and we are now going to start another series of videos regarding e-commerce. And this is something that you can use to bill your clients if you are providing services. And this is also a way wherein you can sell products, whether it be physical or digital products, wherein you can use the integrations that we have, which we have discussed before, and use those integrations so that you can receive payments with those methods. Now, to start with our e-commerce setup, we are going to do another step-by-step setup wherein you can just follow this so that you would be able to create yours. So what Elkan offers here is that you can make multiple stores or multiple billing stores for your products or for your services. So this is another great thing because if you're going to purchase tools out there, most likely they will only allow you to create one store. For example, Shopify, WooCommerce, and then Wix. You can only create one for that specified amount or for that specified subscription of yours. But here in Elkan, you are not just going to get a ton of other tools, but you can also create your own store, a fully automated store. Even this is better than those of what's sold in the market or what is offered out there, because usually what those tools offer is that they are going to upsell you with more features so that you will just be able to use them. But here in Elkan, we are throwing everything on the table. It's just a matter of using it in your business. So let's start and create an edit store. Now, our store will be based on the pages that we have. So let's go first to our stores here on Facebook because we have some pages. And then we use this one. Or, okay, let's just use this one for now. Elkan products. And this is what we are going to name the store that we have online so that we could reflect what we have on the page and at the same time what it is called in Elkan. So let's hit create store. By the way, it's always best if you use create new than use theme, because when you create new, everything will be start from it's gonna be from scratch, which is something that you will really need because it will be harder for you to troubleshoot when you use a theme. But when it comes to pages, there will also be themes, but not like this one. So it's like equipping the themes on the pages and then add it to the store. Whereas if you are going to use this use theme right now, then you will have to remove everything else from it. So I would suggest you just create a new one because it's relatively easy to do. So let's just continue and wait for that. So, okay, so here is the dashboard. I mean, the interface for creating a store, wherein it's has the name, alias, and basically we'll just go through everything here. So for the store name, let's just paste the Facebook page that we have. And here we have a defined store alias. Now you will see that it is under .proelkan.net. So let's say it's gonna be products.proelkan.net. So if you have your own domain, I'm gonna show you that because you can practically set that up and it's totally free also. So here, let's just show the purpose of this one because this is like something that is offered to you just in case you do not have the resources yet to get your own domain. So that's okay. You can use this as if everything will still run smoothly. So here we just create the store street address. Let's just say ABC Street, and then New York, and then state, New York, and then country, United States. So for whatever the zip code is, there you go. Now here we will be prompted with a store email. Now let's use the email, which is, let me just log into that. Okay. So let's say you do not have a professional email yet, but if you have one, the setup will just be the same. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this email and then copy this and then paste it here. So watch what will happen after I click outside and entered it. Okay, so there you go. So here's an error message wherein Pro Elkan states that it hasn't been verified yet. So what you need to do is to verify it, which can be found on your email because we've sent you a email regarding that. Let's see here. Actually, we need to click verify now so that there will be an email sent to you. Okay, so there you go. It was sent. Let's wait for it. Now, there you go. So your verification link for Pro Elkan awaits inside. So just click that one. It's as easy as that. And instead of logging in now, you just proceed with your previous login and type again your email. Now, I've clicked outside, then therefore, there is no more notifications there, which means that we are all good to go. So for your store number, you can just place any number right now and it will work. Now to continue, okay, this is something that is very important here. So target shipping locations. So if you are selling digital products, then even if you place any address here or any location here, continent, because here we are able to set up on what continent are you going to market to. Let's say this is the continent and the country we are going to market to, and then the state. And then if you are going to target any other locations in that state. So what happens if you are selling a digital product is that this doesn't take effect. So basically you can sell anything worldwide, and what you are going to ask for in their details is just their name, phone number, and email. But if you are selling a physical product, what will happen is your sales will only be constricted in this area. So people with an IP address coming from different state or different location will not be able to access your website and create an order for it. The great thing about that is we have some sort of security so that we won't get spam orders out there in the internet. So that's a great tool that we have. So just to repeat, if you're selling digital products, this won't take effect. But if you are using a physical product or selling a physical product, then this will take effect. So if you are using a service or selling a service, then it's up to you if you want to tag that service as a physical product or a digital product. Depends on how you want to use it. So okay, let's just continue here. The basic stuff: upload store logo and store favicon. Here is favicon, which is this one, the logos that you will see here. So that is called favicon. And then you can just upload a store logo here. Now, on this side is FB and Messenger marketing, wherein we will associate the page. So we are using Pro Elkan products, and therefore we will pick or choose Pro Elkan products. Now, the purpose of this one is that I've told you some videos ago that you can get notifications directly coming from us, Pro Elkan, to your page. So what will happen is Pro Elkan will message your page in Facebook, apart from other choices like send SMS to you and email some SMS to you. I mean, email and send you a message. So those are your choices. But SMS, since it is costly, it will depend on what Pro Elkan will send to you or if Pro Elkan approves that kind of notification. But as much as possible, you can exhaust the message and email notification coming from us. Now here we have another thing, which is Facebook Pixel. This is a very important thing that you need when you are doing a website, because like I've said earlier, Facebook Pixel is a storage of data wherein Facebook can pull analytics in your website and integrate it to Facebook so that you could see the reference like KPIs, key performance indices that your website has. And therefore, if you are able to read those key performance indices, then therefore you can create or pivot or maneuver in your ads to get your desired results. For example, if your initial audience is not engaging with your website, then therefore you need to find a set of audience that will engage in your website. But how will you do that if you weren't able to know or able to see what the previous results was? So that is the most important part here in creating a website, which is be able to have an analytics. So okay, you can actually create a website without any analytics, just share the link. But if you are looking to scale a business and you would like to create 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure sales, which we've done before with different companies, then you need to add some tracking here. And not just some tracking here, but you can also add some tracking using Google and heat maps and all those stuff. So if you are looking to add those stuff apart from the pixel, you can just paste them on the body of this here or inside the pages that we are going to create. Now, another thing that you can add here is the API access token. There are some tutorials there in the internet on how to add them, but we have it here. So you just need to follow those here. But we will provide a separate document for that so that you will just be able to quickly access it. Now here is select subscriber label after purchase from this store. So if somebody purchases from this store, they are automatically tagged. So you can create a tag or just or if you just want them to go through a process, then tag them later, you can do that. But generally you can tag them here already. Now, as I said ago, if you have your own domain, then therefore you can just go here, configure your domain, and then type your domain here. So let's say you have a proelkanproducts.com. You can just type it there. But apart from that, what you are going to do is add the DNS records on your domain provider. For example, if you have GoDaddy or Namecheap, it's just a simple copy and paste wherein you are going to do this. So where are you going to add this stuff? So here is an example of it. So basically, what you are going to do, it says here, type cname, name, at, and value proelkan.net. Basically, the type is the cname, and the at is everything under the sun for your website, and then you are pointing it to our server, which proelkan.net when it comes to e-commerce. So if we are going to base it on GoDaddy's setup here, what you are going to add here is a cname, and then like this, host at, let's just wait, and then okay, so you're going to click add there, and then it will scroll down, and you have to select, we are going to select cname instead of a, and then we're going to type the @ sign, and then instead of an IP address here, you can just type proelkan.net. So it is that easy. And if you have Namecheap, it's still the same. So you are just going to configure a record a CNAME record here, and then @ and then the website, and then the TTL. So there you go, and you will be able to set it up immediately. And let's see here. If you are going to use a subdomain, the difference between a subdomain and a domain is that, for example, we have proelkan.com here. For example, let's use this as an example. Proelkan.com is the domain, and login is the subdomain. Then therefore, the setup here, if we are going to base that, use that as an example, then we have cname, and then instead of typing here at, we are going to type here login, which is the string of characters before the period here, and then the same here, proelkan.net, and that will work already. By the way, it will take like 12 hours to 48 hours to propagate in the internet, so you just have to wait. You don't need to wonder why it is not working for you, because it really has to propagate. Basically, what the DNS server is doing is that it is passing those reference, um, it is passing those website information that you have just configured and telling other people that you are located here and this is your name. And how will people be able to find you, which is by using that name. So that's some network engineering concept, but you don't need to understand that because Pro Elkan basically makes everything easy for you. And then let's just go to next. By the way, here is an SEO settings. You can use this to maximize your SEO. If you do not know yet what SEO is, it means search engine optimization. So comparing other website providers with Pro Elkan has some SEO with it, because if you're just going to create a website without SEO, you won't be searchable no matter what you do. So this adds another factor in for your business, so that apart from getting traffic coming from Facebook itself and other social media itself, you can also get traffic from Google when people search for you. So that's another great thing. Now let's hit next. Okay, I think we need to fill this up. So I'll just continue and provide some details here. Let's just use this for now. Okay, so let's see if this is gonna get accepted. Now, okay, it was accepted. Now here are the store currency and the payment settings that we have. So basically, we're going to just search for the currency that you will be using. Okay, US dollar. And then if you want some cash on delivery, manual payment, if you're using Venmo and you're just going to provide instructions, then therefore you can do that here. So if you're going to use like Venmo and other payment providers, you can type the instruction here, Venmo. We have received, this is an invoice. This is an invoice of your order. Please send your payment at this details. And then you will receive an email regarding your order. So basically, it's up to you on what instruction you will be providing here. If you are doing, like we are currently working with somebody from Ukraine, and they do not have yet access to PayPal and all those other platforms, and I think Stripe is not also available in Ukraine. So basically, they are providing instructions on how people can transfer their payment there. So here we also have PayPal. If you're going to add PayPal, just connect PayPal integration, and then you just paste the API keys here. And then once you have connected that, you should click this if you want it to go live, wherein it would really accept payments. Because if you do not click this one here, what will happen is that it's like doing a dry run of orders for the purpose of testing. Whereas if you are currently live now and looking to get real sales, then just click live. So similar here, connect Stripe integration, so live and development, just the same, and PayMongo for the Philippines. And there are some choices here: credit card, debit card, and all those stuff, and Gcash and Razorpay. So basically that settles it. Now let's add manual payment so that we will be able to see and choose a payment later for testing purposes. Now let's go and type here, please pay here. Now, okay, so you can change the language of the buy now buttons and add to cart buttons, view in cart. So it really is up to you, but as much as possible, we are flexible enough to make you decide on what you really want your business or your website to look like. So let's hit save. Please make sure that all required fields, okay. We cannot type this right now because we haven't successfully added them yet. Let's just choose manual payment. Okay, so we have now created our store, and I think you are already able to understand everything that has to be done for it to be created. So here now, after creating this store, you will be able to see this, which is sitemap URL and some shop URL. So here are store orders, products, coupons, and categories. So there is still a lot of stuff that we can configure here in Pro Elkan so that it would suit your needs. So that's the end for this video, and I will see you on the next one.